66.9 is no joke. Audio so rough, makes your ears choke. But they keep talking, voices ain't broke. Budget keeps microphones stroke. We ain't got cash, just passion blast. Audio crash, rock this podcast. Crack the podcast. Crackling audio, background invite. Authentic sound in the dead of the night. Listeners tune in, nothing's ever tried. Raw and pretty, not pristine or light.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Budget Podcasted with Clay and
Kevin. I'm Kevin.
What's up?
How's everybody doing this fantastic evening?
We got some folks in there saying hi.
I hope our levels are fine. We were having a bit of an issue kind of leveling things out. So if one of us is too low and one of us is too high, if we could get some help from the chat, that would be great.
The audience participation.
Yes, audience. The audience participation. We need your help for our own budget podcasting podcast.
Budget? You call it budget?
Budget.
Let's say hello to some folks, all right?
I can't talk.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Know you, Joe. Good day, mate. Live stream consultants, what's up, man? And King Paco. Paco's in the house.
Paco.
And we got some more live stream. Tacos do roll. Tacos are life. Tacos, nachos, burritos, anything with the OS on the end of it, I'm for it. And who else has said hi? Mike from Level Up with Mike Newman.
Wait. From where?
Level up with Mike Newman.
Anthony Lewis, what's happening, man?
I hope everybody's having themselves a great baby Friday.
Mike said, audio issues? Nobody has those.
No, nobody. And nobody has issues getting through a video either. I mean, recording reviews or anything. No one, ever.
What do we got? I think I got everybody. Oh, Chris Colt. How you doing, dude?
The sultry sounds of Mr. Christopher Colt.
Very sultry.
Man, when he gets on the mic and does a mic review, it's just like listening to the Golden Oldies radio station. It's just, it is fan-freaking-tastic.
It is. Lonnie Sanchez, how you doing?
Lonnie, you know what, Lonnie? I got something for you here.
Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
So, if anybody does not know, that is actually from Halloween when, that's actually Felix quoting Halloween from when Lonnie is going up to the front porch. So,
gotcha. And that is it for saying hello. I did not read everybody's comments. I was just commenting on who said hi, who has dropped in.
Very cool. All right, guys. So we got a great show for you this evening, apparently. Because
is that what it is?
I don't know. It's a
great show.
It's a show. Maybe great, maybe overstepping my bounds there.
It's like an A- show.
It's a show. It's a show. Unlike the show I saw this past weekend when I went to Dallas, I'm gonna just interject my own personal life here.
Do it, because I want to hear it.
I went to go see Back to the Future, the musical, and I had a freaking blast. I had a blast. The wife had a blast. If it is a traveling musical, it is from Broadway. So if it is coming to your town, I highly suggest going to see it. Really good show.
Nice.
All right. So what we're going to talk about this evening is budget audio interfaces. We are going to spotlight a specific budget audio interface. And as of right now, I am using this audio interface.
As am I.
So if we sound slightly different, it is because we are spotlighting. You know what? I didn't even look up the price on this thing. So if as I'm talking about it, if you could look up the price, that'd be great.
I'm on
it. We are going to be spotlighting the Fifine because we like our Fifine. The SC3.
And it is currently $49.99 on Amazon.
There you go.
I will put a link up if I can. Amazon was being funky earlier. I was going to put a link in the description, and it would not let me.
So this is what the Fifine K669. I'm sorry, the Fifine SC3 looks like. It is a great starter budget audio interface. This was actually my very first audio interface. This is what I started on when I switched from USB mics to an XLR mic. And it has everything that you need. You can monitor yourself with headphones, which is right here. Sorry. Right here. Your XLR goes in right there, and your power and going to your computer is right here. The power of love. Sorry.
Well, I was actually thinking of when they were in the future and they were getting ready to go across the water, and he said, "You don't got power."
McFly, you Bojo, those words don't work on water.
Yeah, unless you got power.
So there's actually a switch on the back right here to you can switch it from a dynamic to a condenser. I have mine on dynamic right now, and if your condenser needs 48 volts of phantom power, it does have a 48 volt phantom power switch right here, which is very helpful. It has some voice changing options or electric to where you can auto tune. It's the power of love.
Sorry. Oh, look at
First time you feel it might make you mad. Second time you feel it. Sorry,
and Mike comments, roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
This is true. It has your RGB lighting to where you can change up your RGB lighting it to suit whatever setup you may have. And I know, hold on, I just passed it. I know Mr. Newman likes this setup because it is the Imperial sort of look for him. I personally like all the colors, so I like the rainbow. That's just me. It does have a voice changer option
to where you can make your voice sound really deep, really ominous-ing. Clay, how was your day?
Yeah, but better than yours.
I think this is female. This is the female setting or
Female?
female.
Robot.
God.
This is like a monster. Monster coming to get you.
And my personal favorite is the baby. I like the baby. I like the baby.
All right, I'm sorry. And then this is a male voice. Sorry, I'm just going to turn
this off. And it does sorry. And it does have some customized buttons. I do have some pre-recorded as like I showed earlier with the Lonnie. I had this one.
Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
I think it records up to 15 seconds. I may be off on that, but you have a nice, decent record amount. You could.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. I think we've cursed enough on this one, and so that has a curse word on it. So, but it is a Spaceballs quote, and if you know, you know. And
If you know, you know.
you make a little joke, you could do, hey, hey, if you're a Buccaneer fan, how much is corn? It's a
don't know.
Buccaneer. So, and these sliders are real nice. This one is your gain. If I was to like move it down, you can probably not hear me as well.
Yeah.
And so I move it back up to right around there. This one is a line in. If you have music coming in, you can, or say a phone, hook up your phone to it and have music coming in. You can adjust the sound of your music here. This is your mic monitoring. I do have this on. I have this up to where I can hear myself and Clay. And this one,
That's your line out.
line out. There you go. Line out.
It's like if we're going to have monitor speakers of some sort.
Correct. Yeah. If I had speakers, I could hook this up and run that through my speakers. So that is your SE3. It's actually very simple. I just happened to forget what I was doing with it right there. But yeah, nice little demo and the mute. This is one of my favorite things. Unlike the Mayano the Mayano G1, when I press mute, my mute goes away. So it's not a fade like the G1 Neo. Yeah.
That's weird. I wonder why they did that.
I don't know, but there's
Very odd. Very, very odd.
that is your SC3.
I want to go back real quick and tell Mr. Cult to tell his wife the boys said howdy.
Oh,
She said to say hi.
howdy, everybody.
And welcome back. Know your Joe. He was stepped away. What else do we got?
Mike Newman says it's a great beginner's gaming interface. He donated
It
his
is.
entire Fine game setup to somebody for Christmas, which is very cool. Very cool. But yeah, like I said, this was my very first one when I switched from USB mics to XLR. This was my first step into XLR mics, and it's been an upgrade and an upgrade and an upgrade ever since.
Yeah, you just keep
But-
going up.
But like I said, for somebody just starting out, this is a perfect little setup. And if
Now-
go ahead.
Well, Livestream Consultants was asking if they make one, if Fine has one with 2 XLR inputs, and I feel like I saw one, but then again, I'm thinking it's the Mayano. Mayano does.
I do not think Fine does at the moment. If they
But if-
do,
Yeah.
I'm not really aware of it. I have not played with one.
Red Cabin Acoustics, what's up? Thanks for jumping in.
How's it going, everybody? Does anybody have any questions? Anything that do they want to hear me sing again? Because I really don't think that.
Somebody wanted to hear you sing Cher. Do you believe in love after love? That's what they wanted to hear.
Do you believe in life after love?
Oh my God. We're a mess.
Yeah. Hey, we have fun here, ladies and gentlemen. We have fun here.
Yeah.
So we do have a poll tonight
oh, yeah.
as well.
Let's see that
we do
beautiful
have a
poll footage.
We do have a poll, and we like to have fun because we're going to eventually evolve into food anyway. Why not make it our poll? Ice cream sandwiches, because it's starting to get a little warm here.
It warmed up today, man. We were happy. It was like 65 or so. It was nice.
It is 66 now here. So, yeah, of course, I'm in Texas. Ice cream sandwiches, cone or sandwich? Hashtag cone or hashtag sandwich? Me personally, I don't know, man. I'm a sandwich guy. I kind of like a good ice cream
Cone.
sandwich.
Yeah. So I like ice cream sandwiches. Love them. I love the whole concept. But what always annoys me is the
chocolate sticking to your yeah.
And then you're like trying to chew it off, and it's like trying to chew off gum that's stuck on something.
You end up taking your finger and scraping it on your teeth. You know, just
yeah. That's
off.
exactly what you do. You go, you know.
I still enjoy them,
but I do like them. Yeah. You ever have the double decker ones?
No, I haven't had the double deckers.
Yeah, it's been a while, but I've had them. They're good.
Oh, so our talking point, other than spotlighting the SE3, is we want to talk about when you're doing a podcast, when you are getting ready to go live, when you're starting your brand.
Yes,
it can be daunting. It can be there will be setbacks. But through all of it, have confidence. We're talking about confidence today, and whether it be confidence in the products you're putting, the products you're talking about, or just the content you're creating. Have confidence in yourself. Confidence in yourself is the most important thing, because if you don't believe in you, if you don't believe in yourself.
Yeah, nobody's gonna.
Who else is gonna believe in you? You must believe in yourself first. And if you ever have wavering self-confidence, fake it till you make it. Make yourself believe in yourself. Yeah. Just force. You know what? Be like, I can do this. I will do this. And if some instance, say you have a setback, you're like, okay, that's fine. Take that as a learning lesson. Go in and roll it into something else and forward. Always move forward. And you need to have confidence in yourself, because there's people that I've talked to recently who not just one person, but it's more than one person that I've talked to, and I've gone through this as well. I've struggled with confidence myself, so. And I have to take myself, and I have to be like, no, what I'm doing, I believe I'm doing very good work in what I'm doing. I believe in my work. I believe in myself. I believe I can do this. And that is the most important thing. You need to believe in yourself. Clay?
So I struggle with confidence big time. And I hear those words that you're saying, but it just doesn't like play out that way. The whole fake it till you make it thing. My son, ever since he was a little guy, had issues talking to people. He was like very shy. And I didn't realize it at the time, and he didn't even realize it till he became an adult, that he was having like anxiety. And that fake it till you make it is exactly how he's pushed further and further with his careers and been able to do things. And now he's like the jokester in the crowd, and you would never guess that he was the one that wouldn't talk to nobody. And it was all by faking it. He's like, I fake it, and then at the end of the day, I go home and start stressing out because I had to deal with all those people. But then the more I did that, the more easier it came to me to just be natural, and so he lost it.
And that's a good testimonial to faking it till you make it, because I think a lot of times that what may hold us back is the fear of the unknown. But if you put yourself out there, and you put yourself out there in a positive light, the positivity is going to come back to you. You know, in most cases, most people are kind-hearted people. Most cases, except for me, I'm an a-hole, which is fine.
No, you're not.
I mean, I can be, but I mean, it's fake it till you make it. Make just like Mike Newman, one of the people in here says he has lack of confidence sometimes, that his videos are never good enough, and I think every one of his videos that he's ever put out that I've seen are amazing. Clay's videos. Clay goes into some in-depth stuff that I don't go into in my videos, and I love that. I love when Clay talks about mental health and stuff like that on Clay Allen Raw. Did I say that one right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry I messed everybody up with those things, but I never wanted to name it that.
I like it. I like it. I just forget it because my memory is just shot.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody reverts to the Chronicles, and
yeah. But
Anyway.
I think that you put out amazing stuff. It's just a matter of time before the ball gets rolling on that, and that gets picked up. It's just one of those things.
Yep. So yeah, he said that he's got that issue with his videos, and that I'm not. So I say I don't have confidence, but there's, for the most part, when I make a review, usually I'm going to say probably 95% of the time, I will think of the idea on like how I'm going to do it. I will record it, I will edit it, and I will upload it all in one day. One day, like one evening, or like I might work on it. I might work on it tonight, and then get tired, and about midnight, 1 o'clock, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna start screwing up if I don't stop, and then I'll pick it up the next day whenever I can and finish it. Then that's about it. That's about how long it takes.
I'm kind of the same way. Like I'll usually do my reviews in one day, but a lot of times I'll be testing the product beforehand. Before and after. Before I actually sit down and make a full review, I've definitely tested the product several different ways.
You want to be familiar with it, What's Mike saying now? He says, I will also say confidence can be tough starting out because we give opinions on gear, and you may be afraid your opinion will be attacked by others. Important to be true to your opinions. Yeah, that's very. That fear of what other people might say works on your brain and makes you go, I don't know, am I going to do this right? Am I going to have some, haters?
We were just talking about that beforehand too, before we went live, about companies, when companies ask you to review a product and it's not the best, how harsh do we be on that product? For instance, I'll give you a for instance, the Pico webcam that I just reviewed. Not a huge fan of it. I didn't totally bash it. I highlighted the things that I liked about it, and the things that but I didn't totally bash it, but I didn't totally say, hey, this is the best thing ever. I straight up said, this is not going to be an everyday camera. It would be great for Zoom calls. It'd be great for, a secondary camera. I didn't totally say, hey, this thing is trash, don't get it, because it does have a place. It just may not be the place that they want it to be.
It looks like you've got the color dialed in pretty decent.
Well, I'm not using the Pico now. This is the...
Oh, I thought you were. My bad.
No, I was using the Pico for the downshot of the...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of the SC3.
All right. Where are we at?
Yeah, I'm not going to use the Pico for a main camera.
Red Cabin Acoustic. He said, I'm fairly confident about my content, but just don't feel comfortable performing. No problems teaching, but the camera is somehow unfamiliar. That's that whole imposter syndrome where you just feel awkward talking to the camera and you feel like it's not you when you do the playback.
See, I don't really consider that confidence. I consider that awkwardness, because you're talking to yourself, basically.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a confidence issue, because there's nothing to be scared of talking into a camera right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm talking to you guys. So, I mean, I'm used to it, I guess. I'm used to it. But when I first started out, I was never...
It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird to do it, but I wouldn't say I lacked confidence in it. It was just awkward.
I remember watching some of your first videos, and it was, you could see that in there, and then now it's just like no big deal. And that's what I do, is I approach it like that's just a person that I'm talking to. They just happen to be this big and sitting right in front of my,
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing with technology. We're great friends, but we've never met in person. And we
Right.
talk almost every day, and I love that that we have that connection, and I love that we have the connection with everyone out here in chat. Mike Newman, Paco. I watch Paco's lives. I talk to him on some of his lives. We're building a community, getting to know each other. So. Oh.
Wait till you have to preach to inmates. Talk about a captive audience. Captive.
Yeah. Had to use the little button on that one. All right, that's really all I had on confidence. I don't want to drive that too hard because I don't want to feel like I'm preaching about confidence. But I do think confidence is a big issue.
Well, it ties into doing podcasting. So
it really does.
Making videos.
It really does. Been there. Oh yeah, been there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Know Your Joe said, "What mics are we using tonight?"
So I am on the Fiduce SL40XL or just SL40X.
I'm using the famous Mike Newman special.
The Fifine K669, baby.
Yeah, K669D in red.
This was a mic that I haven't used in quite a while, so I brought it out a couple days ago and used it on a couple of videos, and I haven't changed it because I was listening to it. I'm like, man, I really like the sound of it. Of course, that was on the Rodecaster with some processing.
It sounds good. It's very warm. What's up, Just Steve-O? How you doing? About a minute ago, he chimed in. Okay. Hey, guys, I finally made it.
How about preaching to inmates in a third world country? I know I better preach good because you might not make it out alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really a big test of confidence.
So
where are we at? Okay.
I want to check in on the poll real quick.
Let's go to that poll footage.
That beautiful poll footage. So it looks like a lot of people are cone people. I'm the only sandwich guy, it looks like.
I like ice cream sandwiches. I just said if I have to choose between those two, I'm going to choose a cone.
Oh, that's perfectly fair.
And it's hashtag cone.
I'm getting skunked. Maybe I need to actually vote on this thing because I don't want the board to totally look like that.
You should vote.
I got to vote now. I got to now. Let me hashtag sandwich. There we go.
Sandwich.
That's all. I don't know why, but that's how I've always said sandwich is sandwich.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun.
There we go. Got my sandwich in there. Cone for hashtag cone for Lori. Man, everybody's a cone guy.
Yeah.
I do get it.
I love when the ice cream, especially like a cake cone, or I think that's what they're called. Mm-hmm. Like the typical cone, not the sugar cone.
Not the waffle cone.
I love those, but I'm talking about the original like cake cones.
Okay.
Like they're just like the yellowish whatever color.
I think I know what you're talking about.
They're crispy, crunchy. Yeah. And in the bottom they have that.
It's like a wafer.
And then and at the bottom they have that like honeycomb area.
Mm-hmm.
And I love when all the ice cream gets in there.
I like the waffle cone when you get down to that last little bit and it's just a nub of chocolate and the cone.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with budget podcasting gear.
Oh no, we're done talking about budget podcasting.
This is what we do now. we have our spotlight, we have our quick discussion, and then we talk about food or whatever anybody has to talk about because we came up with food because we need some comments in here, some questions. Let's see, we've got some. Go ahead.
Does anybody have any questions about the SC3 or any budget podcasting gear, or does anybody want to have anything to talk about confidence? Any personal stories I'd like to hear would be great too. You know.
Mm-hmm. And if anybody wants to speak and might consider if they have a setup and they want to join us for another 30 minutes, they can. And that would be anyone, maybe two.
And now we are back to the official Food Network.
Yep.
Listen, it's not a budget podcasting with Clay and Kevin if we don't talk about food. It's just.
Yes. Anthony Lewis said the best part is the bottom of the cone with the ice cream. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Anthony Lewis, you're right. The SC3 does look good in white. I happen to have the black one. The white was not available when I purchased this one. So,
how far behind are we in comments? Well, not that bad.
No. Tacos.
Clay said, Mr. Crispers. Clay said, crispy, so here I am. Yeah, crispy. They're just crunchy, you know.
Mr. Crispers, I'm sorry you snuck in here and I didn't see you. Hey, how's it going, Crispy?
Hey, you got a buddy. He voted sandwich.
Heck yeah, bud. Thank you. King Pocket says you need to purchase a new camera. Well,
nah. Was he selling one?
I don't know. No, he says I need to purchase a new camera.
He needs
King
to.
Pocket
Okay.
does. So if you could go with the Pico. You've seen the review. Clay has a review of the Pico as well. I have a review, but I would go with this S800 from Meat.
I would too. Good company. I just found the quality of the S800 to be better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Crispy says Felix would have noticed him. Yeah, but Felix isn't here, buddy, so I'm doing a lot. Sorry. But I'm glad you're here. Miss you, Crispy. I hope you're doing well. Joe, if you're eating an ice cream sandwich and it drips out the end and onto the SE3, will it be damaged? Can you wipe it off with it?
I don't know. You want to maybe, if you've got an SC3, let us know how that works out.
I would imagine if it's like just a couple drops, probably not too damaged. It may be a little sticky, but I don't think it'd hurt it too bad, depending on where the drops drip. So, Clay, did you get your audio fixed?
So, no. I could never get to the bottom of the issue with OBS. So I started hunting around, and for a couple days, I think I made one video with Streamlabs. And then I moved on to, I found another one called Prism Live Studio, and it is almost identical to OBS. Colors are a little bit different, but the layout is almost the same, and it's like way simplified. I still love my OBS, I just can't use it. So as far as alternatives, if any of you ever have or encounter an issue with OBS, Prism Live Studio works very well. There's one thing I will warn you. When you are recording, if you're recording a video with it, for some reason, when it first starts, like the first 3 seconds, the resolution is trash. So when you hit record, don't start talking right away, because pretty much right after that 3-second mark, it all clears up and it's fine. And it's 4K, it's 10, whatever you want to use, it does it.
So it's almost like it's registering the camera.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it does it every single time, and I've checked all my settings. My settings are spot on, and it's just what it is.
There's quirks with every system.
It's free. It's free.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna complain, man? Like,
true. All right, Chris Colt Sr. says his confidence level has lessened since he had 2 major strokes and tend to have problems speaking or concentrating. I have to do tons of takes in order to get it right. Spoke to Mike Newman. I do tons of takes too, because I have a hard time speaking as well. Sometimes I'll get tongue-tied and I'm like, I'll freeze. Sometimes I'll just freeze.
I thought you were actually freezing. I was like, you're doing it now.
No. Yeah, sometimes I'll just freeze and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to use that take. And usually after that happens, like I free myself up with some expletives, but that happens.
Where are we at?
King Paco says he purchased a 48-inch TV to use for his computer.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
I want to do that
monitor.
I want to do that too. Chris does that. Live stream consultants.
I think for me that would be too big. That would just be too big for my space.
It actually it probably would be too big, but it still would be cool. You could have like everything that you because I have 2 monitors.
I do
and
too.
I can put all of that on one on one screen.
Oh, let's see let's see. Did I miss something here? It's
Must have been talking about a camera, maybe.
Maybe I must have missed it.
That's a cheap camera, but maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know.
I don't know.
We can't stay with all of the comments. We kind of get.
I mean, we
drowned
try
a little bit.
to. We try to. We try.
Yeah,
our
go
best.
back and catch them. But yeah, live stream consultants is always talking to me about that. I think he's got like a 41-inch or a 43. Well, I forget what he said, but big old TV instead of monitors.
Woo!
600. That's about average
Yeah. For
for a decent
48
TV.
inch,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 monitors. I actually have a regular monitor. I think it's 37.
Probably
27?
32.
Yeah, 32.
It's either 27 or 32 probably.
Yeah, and then I have a.
Is it really big? I have a 32 and it's huge.
No, it's.
It might be a
it's, you know, it's
27
probably
then.
20. Yeah, 27 maybe. And then I have a smaller. It's a travel monitor, but I use it as a desktop. I have it mounted right above my other one, so I have like 2 monitors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I've got
I like
a
that.
27 over here and a 32 curved Dell over here.
I'm able to put my OBS on to where I can see all my levels for my mic and everything. You know what? I can actually do this.
Oh yeah, you can.
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. You just gotta add it. Yeah,
add a
add it.
scene. Okay, so there's
Queso is good with tortilla chips.
there's my setup. This is the way. This is my view as I'm looking at everybody. This is my view. This is got all my mics set up on my desk.
So you've got 2, but they're right on top of each other, so they're right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, see, I got my little mini monitor there that has my OBS on it, my camera right below it, and then my bigger monitor. My horrible cable management. Let me.
It's better than mine. Seriously, you should see what I've got right now. It's so ugly. I have like maybe 10, 12 inches of space from the edge of my desk in that is usable and clear, and then it's just like bleh. Like somebody was carrying the colander full of spaghetti noodles for spaghetti dinner, and they tripped and dumped it all over my desk.
Let's see.
Everywhere.
King Paco says he gave his PlayStation 5
to his
brother. Yep. Walmart has monitors, both 4K. So very cool. Very cool. I used to want to upgrade my monitor, and then I'm like, I really don't have the space. I just work with what I have, and this double setup works great for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where I would put it. It just sounds like a neat idea.
Yeah.
Having the big screen, a big TV right here, but I don't know where I'd put it. I'm pretty tapped out. I picked up a desk the other day on Facebook. It was for free. and it was an L-shaped desk with the built-in LED lights underneath. It had like a second like high shelf up on top. Like, yeah, free. I'll take it. They're like, it's not in the greatest shape, but I'm like, this doesn't matter. It's free. So I went there, and they had it out in the front yard when I showed up, and it was really small. like I was like looking at it and going, and I already said I was going to take it, so I took it, and I brought it home, and I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Like, I can't. The desk I have is massive, and if I took all this off and put it on that little desk, I wouldn't be able to put it all on there. Just wouldn't work. So I was like, I don't know.
Mine is a corner desk, so I'm like in. I have my tables comes out at angles.
Yep.
And my monitor is in the corner and everything. So
King Paco said he just learned how to bring people in on a live on OBS. So he says on OBS Streamlab. Now I do know that there's I think that's a thing. You can have Streamlab as a plug-in on OBS or vice versa. But he said he can also do it on the one I'm using. So, yeah, I'd be curious to see.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, he did a live, I guess last week, where he was telling me basically that he figured it out, but it's really, really hard and it's going to take a while. But then he said he was going to keep working on it, and now he said he can do it easy. So.
Well, once you work out the kinks and you get familiar, just like any system, it can be a little daunting to get in there, but have the confidence to go in there and play with it, and you can get used to it.
Yep.
Confidence.
Familiarize yourself with it, and then the confidence goes up.
See how I wrap that thing up and put a little bow on it?
Yeah, I know. Yep. So we were as normal, scurrying around last minute, trying to figure out what we were going to do for a show. And it was all thanks to Kevin. He came up with all the ideas. And he said the SC3, and I'm like, all right, yeah, we can do that. And I had been talking to him about a particular subject, and confidence was the main focus of that conversation. And I said, so what are we going to talk about tonight? And he's like, how about confidence? And I'm like, you turd.
I mean, go with the theme of the day.
It was smart, yeah. Today my day was kind of rough, so I couldn't really. I had to really lean on Kevin to figure this out today, and he says, "Let's talk about confidence."
Confidence is key. Like I said,
touche.
Fake it till you make it, man, my man. Listen. I have faked it at work. I have faked it in school. I faked it in normal life sometimes. Like if I know how to do that, and when I really don't, I just make stuff up.
Right.
It's fake it till you make it. As long as you have confidence in yourself and you speak with confidence, people are going to listen to you.
It's true. It's true. You just have to be able to deliver it as well as somebody can preach it. Like you gotta. That's the part that I have a hard time with. Like I can hear you, I agree with you, but then it doesn't like perform that way for me.
Well, here's the thing. I have confidence in you. So if you and that. Just because if you don't have confidence in yourself on certain things, other people have confidence in you. Have enough confidence in yourself to lean on other people when you need to lean on them, because if everybody needs somebody, even if it's just to hear, just to vent to, or something of that nature. Everybody needs somebody.
Yeah. Isn't that a song? Get it out. Get it out. Bless you. Bless you twice.
Sorry about that. I was trying to get my sentence out before that, because I felt it coming on as I was talking. And I'm like, I need to get the sentence out before I do it. And as soon as I finished, I had to hit the mute button.
So I'm looking at live stream consultant's last comment, and I'm looking at my wall over here. I could do that.
Was that
an 86-inch
oh my
4K TV? I could fit it right on the wall over there, and just put all my stuff up over there and be looking at the wall.
Yo Cholo, yo. Yo
What's
Cholo,
up, Felix?
Yo Cholo, I have your voice recorded, my man.
Lonnie, get your ass away from there.
Joe says, I fake it. Many people actually think I'm an adult.
I don't fake that. I'm a big kid. I mean, look at you can see I got toys in my background. I have, if you've seen my house, I have toys everywhere. I'm a collector.
Right.
I'm just a collector. I love stuff like that. That would be cool. 86 inch TV. Yeah. You don't need a monitor. You'd have like little tabs open everywhere.
Everything. You'd have everything.
Yeah.
And it would be taken up, almost 8 feet.
All that light shining on you too.
Yeah.
You may have to adjust some camera angles.
What do we got?
Let's see. The only difference between men and boys is the price of the toys.
Yeah.
Straight fact. My Thief is 48-inch 4K 120.
Yep.
I'm thinking you meant TV.
Probably. I just roll with the punches. Good old Paco. Just use a projector. Yeah, I mean you could do that. I do have a white wall.
Oh, there
But
you
then
go.
I'd be like this. I'd have to move. Well, I would just move the camera, I guess.
Could.
That would be cool though. 86 inches sitting up on the wall.
be good for football games.
Yeah, I don't watch football.
I do.
I don't watch sports at all. I'm one of those weird dudes that don't like nothing. I like this stuff.
I like that stuff too.
Yeah.
Well,
I know you do.
Yeah. I
Yo
love this
Cholo. Yeah. That's awesome. I need that recording on my Stream Deck.
Yeah, get your butt away from there, Lonnie.
Yeah.
The only thing when you bring people up, you have to move the people around manually. Okay.
Okay. That's okay.
Well, that's fine. I mean, it's kind of
Once you move them once, you don't need to do it again. So
I mean, we can do that here too. I mean, whoa. Whoa.
I'm getting dizzy.
I know, right?
Oh,
All
so
that
yeah,
spinning.
we've pretty much covered everything tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the poll one more time for those who may not have voted.
Felix, definitely use it as he wants to use it in the background. Okay, yeah, you could do that. Like I saw, I forget the channel, it was on YouTube. This guy uses one of those big 80-inch TVs as his backdrop.
I could see that.
So like he can put any scene he wants behind him, and then he just crops it out so that, crops the image so that you don't see the edges of the TV, and he's got whatever beautiful scenery he wants on a TV behind him.
That would be cool, actually. That would be really cool.
Yep. So is Cones still winning?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cone's destroying that poll. Yeah.
I was blabbing while you were showing it. I'm so sorry.
Have you seen those? It's an LED fan, but when it spins, it can create like 3D looking images and rotate them and all that stuff. Have you seen those type of things?
Say it
That would
again.
be cool. It's a fan that has a LED strips on it, and it spins so fast that you can't even see the blades moving, but the light's projected
Oh, yeah.
to create images to where
Yeah, it makes like faces and
Yeah.
like all kinds of. Yeah, that's neat. It's a big, huge, like almost like a 40-inch fan blade.
Oh, they have small ones. They have small ones too. I thought that I would think that would be cool to have in your background too. Maybe have like your logo playing, but just 3D looking, just like hovering there.
Yep.
I think that would be cool.
Just gonna hang tight for a little bit. We got to keep thinking of things to talk about for a minute.
Oh no, we're fine. Yo Cholo voted. Red Cabin Acoustic says Bark uses a TV for his logo. Yeah, I before I got these, I was gonna put like movie posters, the movie posters that like have a backlight on there, and
Yep.
get a poster made and do those. But I got these, and these look good
It
on
works.
camera. I think.
Yeah. Yeah. No, those work. You talking about your
My canvas.
Yep.
Canvas right there. Yeah.
I want to get a shirt and some other I want to get something to put somewhere. Oh, speaking of shirts, I got to send you a shirt.
Yeah. Send me a shirt. Let me press a design for you.
No, I got to send you a shirt from somebody.
Oh.
I keep forgetting.
Okay.
So
Let's see.
I forget.
Even Bark does that a little with his background. Yeah. I think for me,
Yes.
I like to be the focus when I'm on camera, and when you're on camera, you should be the focus, but your background shouldn't be boring. I think a background should be a little bit lively, have a little life of its own. Like I have my moving lights right here. I have my infinity ball right here. Yeah, right there. So yeah.
I see it. Yeah.
And Clay has his lights as Iron Man. You don't want to be, I don't know.
I don't have anything that moves in the background though.
No, you don't need something that moves. I mean, I like mine because I don't know. I'm just weird. I like lights.
I did forget
guy.
my light that's usually right here tonight. I just forgot to put it on.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say. Your background should have personal touches, but not distracting.
Yeah, you don't want it to pull the focus away from you or the subject.
Exactly. And I think mine does a good balance of that.
Yeah.
I have a championship belt right here. It's my championship belt. Oh, there we go.
Howdy, howdy.
All right. You want to add him in when he's ready?
Sure.
All right.
You say when.
Yeah, just let us know when you're ready. Yeah, it's I love a good confidence building exercises. You know, you always want to tell yourself you can do it. All right, and look, a little behind the scenes magic going on right now.
Yeah, there is. We're just waiting for the go ahead to add it. All right.
There we go.
All right.
How's it going, my man?
It's going. Can you hear me?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it's a little
All right.
it's a little hot.
A little hot.
A little hot. All right. How about now?
A little down a little more.
More?
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
How's it going, man?
All right. I heard Clay send out the invite a few minutes ago. I'm like, I don't even know if I have anything set up. So I ran up here. Audio issues. Couldn't get my Rodecaster to recognize, or EV Mux to recognize the Rodecaster. Switching over to the dreaded Vocaster 2 hub.
What dreaded? Why?
Dreaded?
What's happening with it?
It's the same thing you're dealing with. It's OBS.
Oh, so it's. Are you getting like that latency?
No, I'm having compatibility issues with OBS, with the Vocaster. If I record anything in the Vocaster and it goes straight to the app you were talking about that you used beside, fine. If I go into Meld, the new one, it's fine. Yep. If I record it into GarageBand, it's fine. But if I record the Vocaster 2 or use it to record into OBS, I get that safety track problem I've been having, where the one channel's loud, the other one's small.
Oh yeah, yeah.
wow.
And I didn't put two and two together. I just thought OBS and DaVinci Resolve are messing with me, so I was making all kinds of changes in both of those apps, and it turns out my problem wasn't those apps; it was Vocaster. But
so you think it's a Vocaster issue?
It's definitely. It's the only time that I have that issue is when I use the Vocaster.
Because I have an
OBS.
ongoing ticket with them. Email back and forth with support. They want me to do a phone call with them because they want to go over the settings with me.
Yeah, it's
And I'm like-
straight up OBS, only OBS. Vocaster works great everywhere else, but if I'm in OBS, the Vocaster has given me problems, and I think it's some
Same
kind
here.
of update compatibility issue or something.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm using Prism Live Studio now, and it's very similar to OBS, and it works perfect.
So
And I'm
Clay,
using-
now that you have the SE3 out, after we get done, maybe try switching that over to OBS and see if it's still an issue with that.
Well, the SC3 works fine with OBS.
Yeah. All my stuff works great in OBS except for the Vocaster.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I've always had to go in DaVinci Resolve and adjust the audio tracks individually.
You're
And
building
the
up my case, Mike, to
Yeah.
my reasons that I need a Rodecaster Duo.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Anything I can do to help.
There you go.
Support.
So, Mike, who's the other guest that we have on camera?
Oh my God.
Hey, it's
That's-
Morris.
I have 3 cats in this house, but she stays in my studio 24/7. She don't like the other cats, so every time I open that door, she bolts between my legs to get up here, and she'll stay
Yeah.
up here. I think it's been 2 months since she's left this room. So I've
You
got
feed her up there. You got like a litter box.
yeah. I have an attic, so I finished half the attic, and the other half is the old attic. So outside my door of the studio is the water. I have a water jug, food bowl, food can. Just completely sustainable. A cat litter box and a cubby hole on the other side of the attic where I can't smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but hair everywhere. So
I won't.
Yeah.
I have a couple cats that want to always come in here, and I won't let them in here because behind me, this is all my moving blankets, but that's a closet back there, and they'll go in and go behind that blanket and then get in the closet, and I don't want to take a chance of one of them going back there and leaving me presents. So
Got Miss K's in the house. What's up,
what's up,
Miss
Miss K? How you doing?
Oops.
this is my now most important tool in my studio.
Yeah. Wait.
The lint. Yes.
The lint roller to get her hair. Yes. As soon as I get ready to go live or do a video, I got to sit here and
you
roll
gotta-
out everything.
If I'm doing top
yeah.
down shots, I got to come over here and.
So I have a dog and I have hair everywhere as well. So this is one of my favorite features is the Roadcast,
Yeah.
the plastic cover for the Roadcaster. So I'm
See?
not getting that thing dirty.
That's another reason I need a Rodecaster, because then I can get that plastic cover and keep the dog hair off.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm just thinking of reasons. Man, help me out here.
trying.
We're trying to get you one, man. We're trying.
So I'll start a group text and I'll include my wife, and then you guys can give all these like pointers as to why I really need that.
Yes, I'm telling you, this Vocaster 2 has caused me so much stress this last month and a half.
It's
that the
working
reason-
fine in Prism, but
Is that the reason why you had to take down your mic review
Yeah.
the other? Yeah.
because
it
the
was-
audio was all to the right.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the source of the problem was. I just knew I had audio so I was in 3 different places trying to fix it. OBS, DaVinci Resolve, and then it never occurred to me it was the Vocaster 2. So, and I jumped to that for the microphone comparisons because it's easier to just hit the auto gain and let it dial everything in to keep it even as you're switching from mic to mic. And then I use my Rodecaster for everything else. So there's certain clips where audio's fine, and then all of a sudden one would be in the left and not the right. And then I go back and it's like, now that I know it's the Vocaster in DaVinci Resolve, I had the levels adjusted to fix it. So when I went back to the Rodecaster, it would be too hot in the other direction.
Oh yeah.
And then somehow along the way, I don't know what I did, but in DaVinci Resolve, if I got it to a point where if I just take a clip, because my process is I record my videos in segments. I never have enough time to do it beginning to end all at once. So I'll do
Yeah.
an intro, walk away, do an next day, come and do comparison. So anyways, I have the clips all done. And then in the end, I put them all together and then just run with it. So when I just right click
Very
video
frustrating.
file in DaVinci Resolve and just say insert into timeline,
Yeah.
when I was doing that, it was only bringing in one channel of audio, period, only the left. Don't know how that happened. Don't know how to fix it. I'm getting ready to uninstall it and redo it. I don't know. So every time I try to go in and fix that video, something else would happen to another clip somewhere, and it was never ending. So I just took it all out, opened a whole new project, and put them all in, and I was able to at least get it usable.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was a mess, and I'm so glad that video is behind me.
So Chris Colt mentioned the PodTrack P8 is really good.
Yes.
But see, do you have processing on that?
Yes. So with the PodTrack P8, that's what I use for the other podcast I was doing for a while. It has processing, but it's not pre-baked settings like the Rodecaster. It's a slider left to right. Left for darker, right for lighter tone. So you just slide the tone bar to adjust.
That's something.
Yeah, so for like a podcast, you're not trying to get too technical. If you just see someone that's thin and they need a little more bass, you just slide it to the dark.
Slide it over, yeah. Slide it to the dark side.
Yes. The only knock on the P8,
dun, 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 dun.
The headphone monitoring on the P8 is airy. It's not. It's a high noise floor for just your headphone monitoring. It doesn't appear in your audio, but that can mess with you if you're trying to set up your audio before you go live and you hear that hissy and you're changing gain and
messing with it.
And nothing's wrong with what's going out. It's just your headphones.
That's one of the things I don't like about the SC3 is
that's
the audio.
Terrible.
Yeah, the monitoring is.
This entire show, that's what we're hearing.
Yeah.
In our head.
Yeah.
But that's why we decided to spotlight. So that's why we decided to use it. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And the SC3 will push the SM7B, but you have to max it out, which means you're bringing in all that noise floor.
Yeah,
correct. That's why you don't see.
Yeah,
I was like, no, I'm gonna use a fine mic.
So,
but I'm still hearing it.
But a way around it is get yourself a cheap preamp amplifier. You just plug it right in there, and it boosts the SM7B, and you can lower the sound.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you can get them as cheap as I think Bark found one for like $30. That works really well.
Yeah, that is cheap.
Yeah. So Joe was saying mono track. That was my life for the last 2 weeks trying to finish out that video. Everything was mono, where I had the issues where the one channel was missing. I'd have to take it out and make it a mono track and bring it back in. But again, now it's getting more robotic. But
yeah,
it's fixed now.
I wonder if that was an update to the Vocaster that happened, or maybe one of the updates from OBS that made that happen. Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. I think it's an OBS update where they don't realize they did something with the Vocaster, because there's another way around that. If you go in OBS, it has that down mixing feature when you select your audio source.
Yeah.
So when you select your Vocaster, it'll say down mixing and it's checked. If you uncheck it, then like Joe was saying, you can make it a mono track where you can select right channel, I want the primary mic, second channel, I want the primary mic, and then it would push it in both channels evenly. But if you left it on down mixing like you do with any other interface in OBS, you get the safety track with it.
Yeah.
And that's just a pain for mic reviews.
For anything, even if you're trying to do a podcast or record any type of segment.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Anyways,
so that kind of that makes me feel better and makes it kind of feel like I should start telling those people tech support that with Focusrite.
It's an OBS compatibility thing.
Yeah, it's not necessarily an OBS problem or a Vocaster problem, but it's a Vocaster issue with as far as firmware. Yeah.
I like that the marriage. Yeah, the marriage.
The synergy.
Marriage.
So that's why I wanted to jump on real quick. I just wanted to let you know when you were talking about that. I was like, dude, I just found out 2 days ago that my issue only pops up when I try to use Vocaster and OBS. I don't have that issue in OBS with any other audio problem or interface, and I don't have the issue with the Vocaster in any other streaming software.
Same here. And I don't have that issue with any other interface on OBS.
Yeah, same.
Man, you should have seen Clay going through all of that. He was about to lose his mind.
Oh, Know Your Joe, Red Cabin Acoustic, both of them over the course of between a Friday and like a Monday. I was on the phone with both of them. Me and Bill ended up we were probably on the phone in excess of 10 hours.
Jeez.
Not consecutive, but like 5 hours one day. It was probably even more than 15 hours because it was just hours and hours. He completely mimicked my setup as far as how it was set up, what software we were using. We made sure we had the same version of OBS. He was using his Vocaster 2, same microphone, and he didn't have the problem though.
Not even the safety track issue, huh?
No, his was fine.
So that is weird that it's doing it for some and not others.
Is it possible that no? Because no. I was going to say that he had a different, like an older version in the software, but no, because he updated it. We both updated and did everything. So,
Well, and you two are having an issue, but they're a different type of issue, though.
Yes,
True. That's true.
but they could be caused from the same root cause.
You know,
I don't know what that is, but
Mike just went dark real quick.
yeah, he's getting dark.
I'm overexposed because again I jumped in here. I didn't turn my lights down, and I'm trying to not watch you guys out. And I'm in OBS or I'm in OBSBot right now, and I just tried to take it off auto, and I made it worse. So
It's fine. You don't look that bad. You look like you might not feel very well.
I look like I'm from the movie Powder.
Yeah. That was a good movie, man.
It was.
You just
That
match
was a
your
good
shirt.
movie.
That's all. You just match your shirt. That's all.
Yeah. Big mistake. 'Cause I had another shirt on. I had a dark black shirt on. I'm like, everything's dark in here. Let me throw a white shirt on.
That's
Wrong
what I-
place.
We're all like, "Hey, Mike, turn it down."
Yeah. This is awful. But yeah.
Let's see. Yo Chola says, it reminds me of when Kevin and I got started. We took hours trying to figure. Yeah. When we first started doing podcasts, it was with Felix Yo Cholo. And yeah, we would sit down trying to match audios and all that. And when you're first starting out, it could be a pain because you don't really know what you're doing.
And you said Joe. You were working with him, right? Did he have the latest version, or was he running off an older version of OBS?
We matched versions. He had an older version, so I deleted mine and then downloaded the older version, and it's still
Yeah, I've got the
weird.
updated one.
I do now, but when we were trying to figure out the problem, I went back to an older version so that I matched him, and I still had the problem.
Yeah.
It was really weird, dude. I tried 3 different versions of OBS, and they were all the same.
I'm telling you, I love using the Vocaster for microphone reviews because it's just
Yeah, but
when you're in a crunch, that auto gain is just huge when you're just trying to push through.
your information is really pushing Vocaster's the issue with me.
Yeah.
With us, but what
Yeah.
I'm saying is it's making me convinced that it's the Vocaster.
Yeah.
So now you just need to go get a Best Buy card and get yourself a Rodecaster. Do it.
Yep.
I got to figure out something, man. I got to figure out where I'm gonna put it.
Yeah. But like right now, we're both using it, and I'm curious, people listening, are we even? Like for my issue, it's the safety track where the right ear is 10 dB lower than the left ear at OBS.
Yep.
Is it that way here?
It's dead center for me.
Yeah, it's fine for me.
Huh.
Yeah, but when you go to OBS, it won't be.
Yeah, I know. I need OBS. If
I'm telling you, download Prism and check it out.
I did. Watching
okay.
Because I wanted to test the Vocaster. I'm like, all right, where else is it doing this? What other streaming softwares? And it never, the meters were fine, but in OBS, I had that 10 dB drop unless I unclicked the down mixing and manually set left and right channel to match.
Yep.
That's crazy. All right, I think.
Yeah,
that's
sorry, I didn't
probably
keep you late.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I'm glad to have it on. Actually.
I wish I could have got you in here sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll jump in next time.
Hey, would you like to join us next week?
There you go.
Sounds good.
There you go.
So it's done deal.
Done deal. If we don't forget, it's happened before.
We're not gonna forget. I'll tell you what. We'll just have Mike remind us so we don't forget.
There
No. Worst move ever.
I know. You and me are very similar in that aspect.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
All right.
bad.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone in the chat. You've been a great. Thank you for coming on late, Mike. It's been a great talking about. At least we figured out now the issue is not just Clay. Some other people are having issues with the Vocaster.
Yeah, it makes you feel so validated when somebody says that. You're like, yeah.
Now you have more confidence.
Yeah, I do. Brought to you by Mike Newman.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. That does it for this episode of Budget Podcasting with Clay and Kevin. So for Mike and Clay, I am Kevin saying if we don't see you again, thank you for being a friend.